Uh, I'm good. I'm chilling, man. I ain't got to do nothing for Thanksgiving. I ain't gonna do nothing but sit in front of the turkey or whatever it is that they make and eat. But
Yeah.
my family's good. My father-in-law is looking for Chef Dennis to come opposed to me. So, I gotta deal with that. He asked me, Chef Dennis coming to Thanksgiving. I'm like, dang, man, I mean, I'm not good
Oh,
enough
man.
no more. So,
tell him I'll be down there for Christmas.
well, we'll be in South
I
Carolina.
know you be down there. I'm gonna go see him. I got his number.
Mm-mm. He'll be in South Carolina with us.
Oh shoot! Oh
Yeah.
man,
Go further down.
huh?
I said you can go further down.
I ain't going that far down. Ew, no. That's a long ride for me. That's about like 8-hour ride.
Other than that, I'm excited. It's 6 hours from here, so
That's what probably be a lot more for you.
So yeah, 9 hours maybe. Because
Mhm.
to get to you is 3.5.
Well, that's good, Rodney. You get to enjoy. Like for me, I'm actually excited about Thanksgiving this year. Believe it or not, I got all my stuff. Okay. I have been telling people all the time, yes, I'm single. I do not have a man that I have to care for, love like that. I'm single. Okay. So when I do things, it is single life. And this year, I'm going to do a feast. I'm getting over my cold. My cold, I still got that little bit of raspiness, but I'm putting together my feast, and my size will be a certain amount because I can't throw away food. I got problems. So I'm excited that I get to have this amount of time to just enjoy life. I feel good. There is a good energy with me lately, and I'm appreciative of all the people that have been in my life that have inspired me. They know who they are, but I am feeling good. So I'm excited about Thanksgiving. And then we're going into Christmas, and I'm looking forward to seeing how my attitude will be because I've been told I've been a Scrooge in the past. So it'll be interesting.
So where you going for Thanksgiving? Still staying home?
I will be home. I will be cooking my own feast. It is me by myself. I have, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is me enjoying my cooking time. I love to cook. I'm coming back into my cooking. I'm getting back to myself. That's my point.
I ain't have your cooking. I gotta see what's
Yeah, I
going on.
know.
I gotta see what you're working with. Yes, what you need, Roddy? What you want?
I got a family for rent. Me and my family, we will definitely drive down there and enjoy your feast.
No.
We'll bring all the problems. I got a disrespectful kid. I'll figure that out. I got a teenager that got an attitude.
Yeah, that's
I can bring all the family problems with me. If you need it, let me know. I'll be on the way.
I appreciate that. But this year, I'm going to do it without family right now. I love my family. They've got a big family. I've told myself I'm going to love my family from afar. I'm going to keep it in my home. It is all about that for my life right now. So, I'm enjoying it. I'm really going to enjoy it because my attitude is gratefulness still through it all. So I'm excited about that. So I get to cook again.
Yeah.
What about you, Chef?
I'm cooking. As soon as I get out of work, I'm gonna go there, cook. I got a special request. One of the families want me make this Spanish rice, big pot of Spanish rice. So I'm gonna get home, put that on the stove. We'll make a pot for us. Some potato salad, some yams, and I'm gonna make me some short ribs, and that's it for me. That's what I'm making. Yeah, short ribs.
Mm-hmm.
And then my wife making the turkey. She make turkey. She making turkey, mac and cheese. I might make some stuffing too.
Oh, good. I'm glad somebody in your household can cook. I'm glad your wife is doing that.
Hater.
I love hearing y'all too.
I think, look, he drunk his haterade today. I think that. You drunk your haterade today?
Nah, no, sir. Just being in my truth. That's all.
What's your truth?
Two brothers.
What's your truth?
I'm glad that somebody in your house can cook. That's all.
That's what he said. That was the truth he said.
Hey, listen. See, when I finished the food for them,
he give you the simple stuff like rice.
He was like this, T. I looked over at the couch. I said, "Look at this dude. He just got on the couch and started watching TV. He just like this.
I understand. Look, they call it what you say. Your father-in-law is asking about Chef, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It says a lot right there. Okay.
I mean, because
So,
when
I'm gonna give it. I gotta give it what it is, right?
what
We both know. Rodney knows. We know.
they love me.
Yes, you a lovable guy. I
Look,
get
my
it.
in-laws love me too. They be like, "Oh, Chef coming," especially my wife's father. Oh my goodness, man. He be like, "Chef, you coming?" hey, Rodney, they live in the mountains, bro. Oh my man, when I tell you the real mountains, bro, I'd be like, oh my goodness. To go up here to his house is like one little road. Only one car could fit up that narrow road, and it's a cliff.
Mm,
Uh-uh.
I love them. That's West
You love
Virginia
what?
style. West
Yeah.
Virginia style.
Basically, that's what it is. It
Yeah,
is.
them cliffs be real.
It's Roanoke. See?
Okay.
Yeah,
Roanoke is
God
Virginia.
bless. Yeah, that's Virginia.
Next time you gotta go see my boys down there. Chow Bout, LA John Preston.
Yeah, I'm Preston. I'm gonna check him out because Preston. I think his function and stuff is like on the main strip. I saw some of his shows and he was saying where it was at. But other than that, man, what's up with this, man? It's top. What is that noise? That's me or y'all?
That's you. You know you hear that in your background. You know you hear it.
What's up? What's up, Nathaniel and the Zora? I don't know. They joining us from YouTube. What's going on, yo?
Oh, okay. Hey, join us from the YouTube. Seeing through fear or through trust. T.
Ooh.
This is all you.
Nah, you sure about that one? I'm gonna check that one on you. I'm gonna check it. But okay,
seeing through
I like
fear or through trust. This is yours. So when you came up with that idea, what was you thinking? Like,
I have no idea because that was so long ago. I give you lists all the time, so but I can understand it though. I mean, I do. I mean, I just think I was talking about fear recently, and I feel like it's fear can narrow our vision. It can it makes us scan for betrayal, loss, rejection, punishment, danger. We are scanning as we get into a fear, but we do assume that something will go wrong. Immediately, a lot of times when we think about fear, we assume something's going to go. We interpret this silence as disapproval. We feel like you must defend, protect, or control. Fear makes us do those things, and that action can really hinder our growth into the next level of life or into whatever. And so going through with trust, it's like, it's a widening of your vision. It allows you to stay in clarity, your intuition and your spiritual intelligence is when you trust that and let that guide you. And when you allow that to guide you, I always say it like this. My testimony is my life, but I don't talk about my life because I've been blessed and I'm so thankful for my blessings. And I don't like talking about my blessings because it does not need to be talked about. It is my life and God and I know, and family members and friends that have come along the way to see my life know. But I've been blessed and I'm so grateful because I've had that spirit of trust, of God, the intuition, the God within. And I say for all my days of life, everybody has it. We all have it. So I have been trying to, say, look, pay attention to your fears because your fears are preventing you from going to the level of whatever it is that you want in life. I want to see my people succeed, all my friends and family, no matter what, even if you don't like me, even if you think whatever of me, because you put your story on my life and have no idea what you're talking about. That's what I see. So that's, something I feel like we need to do. We need to learn how to get out of fear and get in more in trusting and surrendering. but it takes time. That is a practice. And I've been practicing a long time, y'all. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know me. Y'all, I say y'all as like I am sitting up here in my house talking to you, those that don't know me. But I've been blessed. I've been doing this a long time. And I'm like saying, let's do this together. That's how I feel, that community. I want collaboration because it's the time for it. And I've been told that over and over in different ways. So I want to be able to tell everybody the same thing. If we're on the same page, you have to feel it for yourself. You can't look at me and sit up here and think, whatever you think of me. I've been hearing jealousy a lot. The word jealousy. Don't be jealous of nobody. I am happy for those that have greater things than me. I am happy for those that are even more knowledgeable. I like smart people. I do. I'm a businesswoman. I love business. I love technology. But I'm also that spiritual aspect that everybody thinks I'm supposed to sit up here and talk about, God and Jesus. But we are in a different way of life. And so this is the time to tell whatever I'm supposed to tell, and I'm going to surrender. But I also encourage, because I don't need to sit up here and take away from nobody. And nobody else needs to take away from anybody. But once we have that mindset all together, we change the world. All right, I'm done talking, y'all.
Hey,
y'all just looking at me like I'm saying some crazy stuff.
I don't know, Roddy. Go ahead. I don't know,
looking at me like I'm crazy.
Nah, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what happened before you got on here, Lady T. That's all. I feel like I wasn't privy to a conversation or something. Like I'm trying to figure out where all that just came from. That was nerve. I didn't know what was going on. You went from
you're right.
You went from I'm blessed, but I ain't telling you to.
I don't know.
It was what was the question?
What you mean? Seeing through fear or through trust?
I know. You're right.
I don't know. When I first saw it, I guess you're asking what did we think when we saw the topic? That's usually
seeing
the
through
first
fear
question.
or through trust.
Right. Well, for me, when I saw it, it just reminded me of of like you said, like surrendering and conviction and being, fear is something that we all have of the flesh. Like we all fear at some point in our lives. You know what I'm saying? But it's about then coming to God and getting that comfort, getting that. But you also have to surrender to what God is telling you to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with, I'm still dealing with things that I was afraid of 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That I was afraid of back then when God first told me, and I was like, yeah, that'll never happen. But it turns out that if you let go of that fear and actually trust in God and trust in what He tells you and trust in what's going on, then you live a greater life. You know what I'm saying? For me right now, the greater life is what I'm just excited about what God has for me next. But I had to trust. I had to make some decisions that most people thought I was crazy. When I made them, that most people thought that I was most people thought I was either going through a midlife crisis or, some kind of depression or something like that, when it was just me really finally starting to actually trust and follow what God is telling me to do. And and what's kind of crazy is if you look at you look in the Bible, it's all kinds of stories about when God asked you to do, and the mass in the world look at it as craziness. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For 100 years, Noah built an ark. You know what I'm saying? That's 100 years of everybody thinking he's back, he's gone, lost his mind. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just different times where you have to really trust God. But once you get there and you really trust Him and you really see what God has for you, it's a whole nother feeling that money can't give you. That all these houses, all these things that can give you. It's a lot of rich people that aren't happy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of what you would call, the world would call so-called successful people that are not happy. You know what I'm saying? That are not happy with their lives, that are still incomplete because you know what they don't have? They don't have God in their corner. And you know, me and my wife was talking the other night about I don't know if y'all watch, you know, I don't think Chef Dennis watched Dave Chappelle because that might be a little bit too much for him. But Dave Chappelle said, you know, Anthony Bourdain killed himself. He had he was a millionaire, had one of the greatest jobs in the world from the outside looking in, but he still was not happy. You know what I'm saying? On the inside, you know. From the outside, it looks like he should be happy as I don't know what. All he does is go eat, go travel great places and eat great food with great people. You know what I'm saying? But he still killed himself because he was missing something. And, you know, once you really get that peace that God has for you and put that in your life and go to trust and put fear to the side, you'll get to the point where fear is just you. Because the other thing I always think about is that God is 100 for 100. He never misses. He's never failed at anything that you are afraid of. God has never failed. So why wouldn't I put my trust in him? So there you go. That's my soundbite for today.
I enjoyed it. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Interesting.
There goes Chef Dennis gonna go completely left with it.
Hey, Rodney. So I'll ask you a question. Are you a God-fearing man?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'll give you another thing that I think every time that I do something, I ask myself, is this something that I'm going to have to answer to God for? Before I make a decision, I always ask myself that, even in my reactions to how people say something to me. You know what I'm saying? I literally had it the other day where somebody said something rude to me, and I got ready to say something back, and then I thought to myself, am I about to do something that I'm going to have to answer to God for? And it was yes. So I changed my mind and said, no problem, sir. You have a blessed day. And walked away according to what I really wanted to say. And yeah, I do believe that is something that I do. I say that to myself all the time now I can honestly say that I am. And I've always said that, and I've been saying that, I've been preaching to a friend about that because I was this way too. I was more afraid of my wife than I was of God. And that is something that, you know, is not going to be successful because you're putting your wife over him. So even when it comes to those conversations with my wife, I still have to know that I'm going to have to answer to God for this. And I am now in my walk where I am more afraid of God than I am even my wife. So I say what I got to say, and it turns out if I'm saying what God has said I have to say, then guess what? I don't catch that wrath from my wife that I thought I was going to catch. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually, maybe not that second, or maybe not that. And I'm using my wife as because there's a lot of other people too that is the same thing. But I'm using my wife because that was the greatest one that I had. That was the greatest thing that I had to overcome. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I do believe in that. And I even say that to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does it matter? What does that matter that you know here? Because if you have to answer to God for it in the afterlife, then that's really what's going to matter. You know, all this stuff here is superficial. That's at one point in time, I was a big advocate of, I'm going to save all this property I got. I got all this property. I'm keeping it. Now I'm like, I'm about to sell it all. Because it ain't going to be here. At the end, I don't even care. It ain't even going to be here no more. And I'm not telling anybody else to go sell their property. You do what you want to do. But I got my own, I'm like, for what? Like, why am I keeping it? I had this whole thing, I want my grandkids and this all this to have the problem. I was like, nah, man, I'm going to sell it and do what I want to do with it and keep it moving, because none of this is going to matter after, I don't know when he comes back, but when he does come back, none of that's going to matter. So there you go.
I felt like, the fearing God is the understanding of the wisdom that he has for you. And that's why you have to trust that He'll guide you in the right way when you make decisions out of in anger. When something gets you upset, um, that's where your trust come in it. The trust factor. Trusting God is going to lead you out of whatever you go in, whatever situation, because you can be in a fearful state of mind, and being in a fearful state of mind, you could lose your way and your thoughts can be clouded. And so, some people don't understand what fearing God means. They think, oh, you know, if I fear God, I won't get in trouble, or this won't happen to me. No, because God gives you free will, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to trust God, and so you don't have to have that fear. You got to trust Him, trust the process. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, when I look at fear, I look at bondage, captivity, and the reason why I say bondage and captivity, because that's what the enemy want to keep you in bondage, keep you in fear that you can't excel. You can't come out of a failed marriage and have a successful marriage. So now your thought is like, you fearing that you can't have a successful marriage because you had a marriage that didn't fail, or you had a job that you didn't succeed in that job. And now they get into this place of, I don't want to fail, fear of failing, you know what I'm saying? And so that's the one of the ways the enemy tries to trick you, to have you this mindset of failing, and then you get this fearful mindset of not excelling, not progressing. And so these are the things that the enemy tries to hold you, in that spot. Think about it. When you fearful, you nervous, you scared of what? Something that you don't know the outcome. But that's why we trust in God, because God is the creator, the alpha, the omega of all things. He has the answer for everything that we do. Even the decisions that we don't do that's not liking of him, he still have the answer for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we got to trust. Just think about your friendships. How do you build your friendships up? Is it built on trust, or is it built on afraid that they're going to leave you because they decide to leave you? They decide to abandon you in the time of need. So which one are we doing? Like, are we really trusting our friends to the utmost, or are we saying, we don't need to trust them? Go ahead, Lady T, you want to say something?
Yeah, what you're basically saying, I look at as ego trust, divine intuition, spiritual, God power is within. Anything that you are looking at on the outside, like worried about whoever said what they think of you, what you want to do, they paying attention, what they saying about me, all that is ego. Or even you looking at it to say, oh, I want to have this, I want to go there, I want to do that, I want to take what they got, I want to have what they got. Like, that's ego. But we need to pay attention to which one we're really feeding, because that is what really matters. And when you said, fear of God, I look at that as a reverence. Reverence is a awe, like I'm having an awe moment with life. But fearing God is a respect, is a dignity to say, you are my equal as well. We are supposed to be like God, right? We are supposed to be like Jesus, right? If you are supposed to have a way of thinking, there is a powerfulness in it, and there's a dignity in it. And your actions have to be that way. Because if not, you are basically saying, I'm separated and I'm not that, but you really are. Until you know your worth, everybody has to know their worth. If you think it's okay for you to just, not take care of your home, not clean up, not do the things that you should do for your body, to clean your body, because that body is your transport way of life. And if you feel that you don't need to take care of it, you don't need to take care of your home, you don't need to take care of your children, it doesn't matter how you talk to them, what you say, or how you treat them. If you really think that that's going to work in life, you are foolish. That is what we talk about when we say, consequences, chef. You always talk about consequences. There's an action to whatever, a reaction
Yeah.
to your actions,
For
right?
every action, there's a
Consequences,
reaction.
yes. But that's the point. There's going to be something. How will you handle it? Will you trust your ego self? Or are you going to trust in divine spirit? And do you know how to speak with divine spirit? You need to know how to come to divine spirit. You need to come to divine spirit and learn to hear the language of divine spirit.
What's
There
divine
is a
spirit?
process.
What's
God,
divine?
the higher source, almighty, all one God. God. I'll just say God, okay? But I am saying it in different ways. I will always do that because everybody has a different language of how they say it. But there's a higher power that we know is a higher power that creates, that allows something to grow, take seed and make a plant out of it. That source, that source, okay? But when we connect with it, that's a different type of life. It's not ego driven. So that's what we talk about when we talk about sin. That's what we talk about. I am trying to talk to those that do not know anything about how I would call Christians talk or how the Bible verses are talked. So I'm really trying my best to talk in a way where it's just like very simple. Because you know why? I have a lot of people in my life, that have no idea anything about the Bible. And I love it. I have so many people that do not know anything about the Bible. Now, there are people that are learning the Bible now. Okay. I love it too.
Why you love it? Why do you love it? They don't know the Bible.
Because I'm like, now we can be like innocent, like children again. And that's what God wants us to be like, to understand, to have an open heart, to have an open mind, to understand. But if your ego is in the way and you got anger in your heart, you got deception in your heart, you got lies, you got manipulation. I mean, if you got that in your heart, it's going to take you some time, honey. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to work through it because it does take you being a certain way or God accepting you in life. Or you can be, forgiveness. I'll say forgiveness. Once you repent, that definitely works too. That's why we always talk about repentance. But there has to be, a knowing of, and people don't pay attention to themselves. So, pay attention.
Lady, why did you say repentance? What is that? What is repentance?
Okay.
Like, explain that.
You know how we talk about we're humans, we do sin. We do sin all the time, right?
Right.
Yes, all of us. We all fall short.
Okay.
We all fall short. There's no perfect man on this world.
Right.
But when you know that you did something wrong, I mean, it can be quick. I mean, instant, quick, right? And then if you know and you say, "Oh, I'm so sorry I did that." Look, let me say it like this. I've said I'm sorry maybe 2 times this year. Because normally, if I said what I said, I meant what I said. That's me. And I meant it. But I've said I'm sorry to 2 people where I actually felt bad. And that's what I'm talking about. When you feel bad, you feel like, oh, why did I say it like that? Why did I do that? Now, you want me to have the 222 times of me repenting. I'm sorry. It don't work that way for me. For how it works for me is my heart has to know that I feel sorry. And that's what it takes. We need to have a heart of knowing, of repentance, that you truly know that I should not have done that. God, I'm so sorry that I did that to my brother, to my sister, to myself. And you just ask for forgiveness and learn from it.
So in other words, if you're not convicted, basically you're saying you won't feel the need to say sorry or I apologize the way I said it.
Basically. Thank you. You said it perfectly.
But what I want to ask you is this, is that every response, is it a good response?
What do you mean?
In the midst of you being upset, is your response a righteous and upright response?
I'm sorry. I will say I'm sorry for this right now because I hurt people's feelings. I
So
hurt
what?
people's feelings. I get their butt hurt. They get butt hurt. I have absolutely no care, but I say what I say for a reason. I come to encourage, not to break down, to destroy, but possibly destroying may be for an ego to be destroyed. I have no problem with that no more. So I don't give a damn. Okay. So yes, I
But
do have a
all
lot
right,
of
hold on.
times. I'm saying this out
Hold on.
loud. Let me
Yeah.
finish this one thing.
Yeah.
My family knows me very well. I say things a lot of times with conviction. You hear me talk right now, and it's only because I truly do love. And I want to love in a way where it's given to everybody. So when I say something I said, it's for you to help you. Or if I said it in a strong way and it hurt your feelings, okay, help yourself to get over it. But I can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it once this come out of my mouth. That's it. Because I know it was meant to be said, and I just leave it alone. And I know I don't have a whole bunch of, I don't talk to people. I don't talk down to people. I don't sit up here and, cuss them out. That's not my style. I don't do that. I don't sit up here and put people down, but I will speak because it's been on me to speak. That's it.
Rodney, you want to say something, Rodney?
And I speak in codes sometimes too.
No, I believe you can do it in love. I mean, you can do it. You can say something that a person doesn't like in love.
In love. That's it.
But what is love?
Hold on.
What is love?
Patience, calm.
Patience. And is it look a certain way because you judge it?
No,
what?
No, you can say something that isn't patient or kind in love. You can still say it. It may be.
Give me an example, because I want to know.
If you see a person getting ready to do something immediately that may hurt them or may not be the right decision or something like that, so you can be aggressive and be like, no, get the hell out of the car. You're not going. I mean, it could be aggressive. It can be whatever. Sometimes you gotta go above and beyond if that's the case. I mean, you want a good, for instance, I don't know, your friend is drunk and he's trying to get in the car and drive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you snatch him out of the car and take the key. Yeah, that ain't in love.
Drag him by
but I'm saying, yeah,
he's not getting in the car.
But that ain't as easy as it says. Sometimes you got to fight it away from him. Sometimes you gotta manipulate him and trick him. Be like, hey, bro, we're gonna go inside and do, which car? Hey, you must have left something inside. You know what I'm saying? And go back in there and then take the keys, and then they want the keys and fight you over it and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and sometimes you gotta, hey man, I've done that and had to punch a person before. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I did not apologize. Because that's what was needed to do in order to help them or to save them. And I would hope somebody does the same to me. I was at a poker game and my friend and the guy had a death in his family, and I knew that. And he got blackout drunk. And he started getting inappropriate with people, this, that, and the other. We ended the poker game. And at the end, I sat down. I had to fight him not to leave and make him sit there and sit until he got himself together, because I wasn't going to let. And then I still followed him halfway home. You know what I'm saying? And no, he was not happy. But I mean, the thing was, but yeah, I had to use some words to let him know I wasn't playing with him.
But you still had patience. You didn't have to stay. See, that's where the true love coming at. Having patience to deal with that, Rodney. Just because you was aggressive, you still had patience to stay there and endure whatever he was going through at that time. That's love. So you was patient enough to say, you know what? I don't want him to go nowhere.
I just said, ain't it?
All right, so you talking about aggressiveness? No, you show love.
Aggressive in love. Yeah, I was doing it for love, but yeah, if I had to knock his ass out, I would have did it.
Your biggest thing was you look at it aggressiveness. No, your biggest thing was having patience. You was aggressive. That was your act, but your act of love was your patience to be able to deal with that. Some people are like, you know what? That's your life. I'm out, but you didn't. You endured that. You said, you know what? I ain't about to let you go and get no car and drive and kill yourself or kill somebody else. Nah, that is not happening. So I'm saying you did the act of love. being patient. That's part of act of love. That's an act of love. And so you was patient about that. You know how many people just say, you know what, that's their life and walk away and they get into that car accident? Come on, man. What you talking about, bro? That's the big. That's the
like
big
that was
thing.
exactly what I just said, though.
Yeah,
huh?
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying you saying
Oh,
aggressive.
okay.
Nah, your act was, you know what? I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna sit here with him and wait till he sober up, and then I'm gonna let him go. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the true act of love. That's how you're supposed to be. That's how you're supposed to do things. You know what I'm saying? Lady T just went on a tangent. I don't know.
I have been on it. Yeah.
You made it sound, let me tell you something. It was not that simple, bro. It was not that simple. And I used a lot of choice words that was not, it wasn't like, hey, bro, I love you. It was like, if you don't sit your
right. I know what you're saying.
Rodney, I know you listen. At that time, you probably had to be like that. Like, yo, hold up, man. You probably slap him up because you care that much. You know what I'm saying? So I know.
No, that's what I was just saying, that you have to sometimes, it's still, as long as it's in love, but sometimes you have to be aggressive in love. Sometimes you have to, really get physical or really express to them that like I'm not playing. Like, this ain't a joke. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like is he like, I will fight you, bro, right now. So, and I mean that was just one of, but I mean this other, I was Joyce similar, like somebody come in your house and decide to disrespect you in your house, like I might have to, I might curse you out in the name. I can't say that. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna take that back. But I might have to.
I've been in that situation. I've had to tell. There was a chick that came in my house one time, tried it, and I was like, no, honey, we don't do that here. Like, and I shut it down. Like for real, we don't disrespect my home, and you are a guest here. Like, I know what you're saying. And
I made my niece change her clothes. She came to my house with clothes, and I was like, nah, you need to go in there and go in my wife's closet and find a sweater or something. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be looking at that.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like this ain't OnlyFans. You gonna get your behind in there and put some clothes on. Hey. And she looked at me and was like, I'm grown. I was like, cool. And I slammed the door in her face. And then she run the doorbell again, and I came back. I was like, you still grown or you gonna go change? And she was like, I'll go change. There you go. All right, cool. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Roddy, and you doing that, you couldn't say it in a different way, a different tone?
I could have, but I don't regret what I did. What do you mean?
Right.
I could have. I felt like I did in the beginning.
You did good, Roddy. Probably you did good for you at the time.
I think I looked good. I think I did good by saying, what the hell you got on?
Right.
I think that was good.
You did good.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, nah, you got to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the niceness. I could have said a lot of different things, but But I had to snatch up a niece one time. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to do that.
I agree. I agree. But yes,
that's why you got your head down, bro. What's up, man?
No.
All right. I thought you was praying for me. I was like, good Lord.
Look, we were just talking about it. It came back to me, our whole conversation. I was like, oh yeah. I'm keeping my mouth shut. So I've said a lot of things, but I didn't curse. I don't think I did. I think I might have cursed. I did.
When, today?
Yeah.
Oh.
This conversation earlier, I was like, remember everything we talked about before, and I was
100%.
Like, I heard 100%. Myself curse one time. I was like,
she did.
I know. I can't remember.
I ain't here.
But yeah. I feel you, Rodney. I do.
See, look.
I don't know how we got into this convo. Oh, that's right.
Hey, look. The greatest thing is fearing God, and you always conscious about your actions. You're always conscious about how you respond. You know what I'm saying?
Desmond's on it.
Oh,
Mr. Black on it.
Curse. Get up out of here. Yeah,
he on it.
I'm gonna pull it out.
He wrote it down as soon as she said it. He was like, hold on.
No curse.
Hold on. Nah, that was it. That was it too.
But
that was good enough for
that
me,
was that.
sir.
Ah, man, that ain't nothing. Get out of here.
Please.
But
She ain't talking about beavers when she said that.
But look, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. Yeah, I mean, you always thinking about what you're doing, how you responding. You know what I'm saying? Your response, your temper. You know what I mean? These are the things. That's why in everything we do, we gotta say to ourselves, is God going to be pleased by our response? Even sometimes when we upset and you mad, your emotions take over. And that's where you have to get yourself together. Like I said, humble, not quick to strike, lash out. Trust me, I had my share.
That's all love that you speaking of.
Nah, but I'm saying I had my share. Y'all ain't know. Trust me. You gotta go through that so you can. So in the time of getting mad and frustrated, and you might lash out, you gotta be wise. You gotta be smart enough not to lash out. You know what I'm saying? It's about being, having patience, dealing with people that just don't want to be right. They want to be wrong. That's the way they living. Wrong. Period. Lady T don't like that, right and wrong, but that's what it is.
Why would you say that?
Who is this guy over here? I don't know who this is over here, Chef Dennis. He must, what happened? He must be reading some kind of book or something, getting his ideals changed. Because the dude 2 months ago would tell me, I don't got to deal with none of them. I got discernment. I don't let none of that come into my circle. But just a second ago, you just said you got to deal with people who do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I said Lady T. Oh, let me
you telling Lady T she
I
got
said
to deal
Lady
with
T don't like that word right and wrong.
That's not true. I don't even know where you got that. I've never said I don't like the word
you don't like right and wrong.
Oh God.
You wrong. When you right, you right.
But I get what you're saying. No, when you're wrong, when you know you did wrong, okay, you gotta make it right. I said I've only had a few of those times this year. That's what I'm trying to say. For my conviction on my heart, like if I said what I said, and I meant it because my heart. But my heart is to love and encourage people. I'm not here to sit up here and put myself and be boastful about myself or anything. I'm trying to encourage people. Okay. What's he saying?
I'm about to say, yo, yeah. He said,
where you been? All of a sudden you come out on this day, start sending messages.
Oh, shucks.
But no, for real. Let me. I want to say that, like, there's something about, what we're talking about, fear. I just had a conversation about it. I've communicated about fear. That is what's holding us back. We are all afraid of something. Something inside of us, each and every one of us has a fear that we need to learn how to overcome. And love covers all fear. I spoke on love. Love, you have to know what it really means. Fear contracts you. Love expands you. Like your heart has to be open to love. And I feel like we as people need to learn how to do that. And we have to talk about it in different ways. Doesn't matter. Yes. On this day when I'm feeling good, I'm getting it all out. You here, you paying attention to me. I'm loving it, Desmond. Okay, it's good to see you. Well, see somewhat.
Rodney been quiet today.
Lady T on fire. Let her do her thing.
Yeah. I'm trying not to talk anymore. I don't want to say nothing else because I'm excited about Thanksgiving. I'm just gonna say it over. Like, I'm excited.
I'm coming down now.
Look, this time of the
to your
year,
house now. I want to get some food.
This is not. I'm
coming now. I'm Bogart now. I'm Bogart. I'm Bogart now. Yup. I'm knocking on the door. Do. Yo, I want some of that food. I smell it in the door. I'm coming with the raccoons and everything.
Look, I'm getting excited about this time of the year because, life is different for me. And this time of the year is like my favorite. I love cold weather. I've always loved cold weather. I love driving in the snow. I've always done it for years. I'm one of those type of people that love to take my truck out and drive, and I'll be going fast. Like in the snow. And they be like talking about you. That's me. But anyway, so this is my favorite time of the year. I hope we get some good snow, because this time, this is my time. I'm feeling like, oh yeah, life is different. I'm embracing it and I'm gonna enjoy it. Now, Christmas time, that's totally different. I might become a Scrooge. Something about Christmas. Christmas ain't the same. And it hurts me in a different way.
It's all about, so you got to change up your mindset.
Well,
it's about family. That's it. That's not about.
No, I don't agree.
Huh?
I don't agree with that either. I'll take Thanksgiving as family, but Christmas is not about family. It's not in my mind. But a lot of people do have that as a tradition. I get that. I respect that.
Are we family?
Yeah, but if I don't,
hold on. Your brother and your sisters of Christ, they're not family?
Everybody is family, however you want to say it, okay?
So you spend the time with the ones that show you love, that pour into your life, that adds value, all that type stuff. Everybody ain't gonna be in your family that's not gonna be loving and giving you love that you need. Come on. So the ones that's giving that to you, those are the ones you be around. They added something to you. They excite me. Y'all having good time. Y'all having talks. Y'all laughing. Y'all crying.
Chef, it's gonna happen. We're gonna have our time. I know what you're saying. Okay, but the point is, it's not that. It's not about that. It's more like Christmas time is about spending money. That's how I see it.
Well, guess what? Get out of that. It ain't about that. It's about spending time with family. Okay, thank you. All right.
I mean, Christmas. If we got into Christmas and truly got into it.
That's why I see I don't do that no more.
Talk about, I know, but we would talk about how it was created. So we need to look at it differently sometimes. And that's how I see it differently nowadays.
Spending time. That's why you're right. Good, Rodney.
Just because something was created for evil don't mean you can't use it for good.
I know, and I use it differently. I don't do a whole lot of shopping as much as I used to. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I used to give a lot of and it spent a lot of time with, doing a whole bunch of gift giving and all that. And I need to look at it differently.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
You should,
because it's not about that.
Coach helped change my mindset in that whole thing where Christmas is more for us. And that's why we're going to Myrtle Beach. That's why we're going somewhere else, because it's about creating memories more than giving presents.
Yeah. That's it.
And, of course, I guess what is it called? The commercialism of it is one thing. But, for me, Christmas is always my favorite holiday. My mom just installed something different for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love giving people gifts. I love it. I'm not that dude who goes out and spends. My gifts are very thought provoked. Mm-hmm. Like, I really take time to give you. I won't give you something you ask for. I'll give you something that you need or something like that, or whatever the case may be. Now, if something you ask for is something you really need, then I will. But for the most part, I really take time and take pride in giving people the gifts that I give them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I my mom was phenomenal. It's a big thing. We do communion in my house. We read the Passover, and we also read the birth of Jesus Christ every Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And we have certain things. Sometimes, usually we do. It's a big family event. Every Christmas day for years was come to my house and we, you eat, we have a good time. But it's all about just, having fun and sharing. And like I said, I always thought very, very, very much about giving the right gift to people, opposed to just going out and buying a bunch of stupid crap or whatever the case may be. So, it's just something that I take a lot of pride in. I love Christmas, and I definitely love spending time with my family on that day. Now, the rest of the year, I don't want to spend time with my extended family, but the for Christmas is the day that I usually tolerate it. So,
Yeah,
and get excited.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I said that's it for me. It's all about spending time with family. I ain't worried about no gifts. I'm going to spend time with them, have games, sit up all night, just talk. Like you said, it's about building memories. It's about, exalting one another and spending time with them. Just the ones that want to spend time, and that's what it is. Like, I'm all about doing something different. It's not about the same thing over and over and over, something different. Being creative with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, for the holidays, hey baby, for the holidays, going down to Maryland. We supposed to go to Texas, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It's too much.
You never know. It might change.
It might. You know what I'm saying? I got the days and everything because, it's that flight. Jesus Christ.
Texas? Flight to Texas ain't long.
Yeah, it is.
How long?
What, 4 hours, maybe?
3? I thought it would be 3 or 4. Yeah. 3
Nah,
4.
Huh?
How long is it?
Nah, it's like 4 hours, but you gotta remember that it's an hour that go back, so it's a little different. It's only 1 hour difference behind.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Right.
Roddy, you don't get up 3 o'clock every morning. I do.
Hey, dog.
I
did 36 hours. Was it 36?
I'm not talking about that.
Hours.
When you traveling and time back, you get
traveling.
Yeah.
No, 32 hours straight Indonesian flight. It wasn't straight. I did have one layover, but it still was forever on that flight.
Yeah.
So when you say 4 hours, man, that's a nap. I'm not tripping off of that.
Maybe for you it is, not for me.
Man, let me tell you, like I said, how many hours? It was 13, then 20. Yeah, it was 33 hours we was on that plane. Nah, man, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Please. I'm still mad about that flight. I was ready to I was ready to fight to get off that plane. How long was your flight to Japan? It was probably
so going there, of course, we had to go to California to go to my daughter's first. And then it was going there was 12 hours. For some reason, it was straight flight, but coming back was 9 hours. So it was interesting. Like, I don't remember why. I don't know if anybody told me why it was shorter coming back, but it was shorter coming back for some odd reason.
What did
I don't know.
Straight to Maryland or back to Cali?
No, we were Cali. Yeah, we were in Cali. So I've been doing the whole air flights. I've been doing back and forth with it. It took a toll on me. I think that really it took a toll on my whole life. I'm just now getting my sleep routine on schedule.
When I went to Cali, bro, oh man, that was brutal.
You gotta practice. You gotta practice. That you gotta fly
once I get
practice,
once I get, I'll be all right. But as soon as I got over there, we got something to eat. We went right upstairs to go to sleep. All of us.
I sleep on my flights. I'm telling you.
I wish I could. I really do.
I can't either.
Tell you something.
Sleep, bro.
Like my daughter, she sleep the whole
time. I stay up though on purpose. I make my flights certain ways depending on where I'm going. Like, I'm a person that I want to leave at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. if I'm going for only a few hours so that I can sleep. And then I'll stay up all night packing. And then when I get on the joint, I'm gone. As soon as I get on that flight, I'm gone. But, I used to drink too. So, I used to take a few shots before I get on there. You know what I'm saying? But
I love drinking one before you get on there. That's the best.
Yeah. Old Papa Gummy. Let me tell you something. Yeah. I'd be on that joint. Yeah. What you think? Hey, it's from the earth, man.
It's all natural. It's all natural.
I said it's from the earth, Lord.
It's from the earth. Yeah.
Jesus.
Mother Earth.
All I'm doing is using it to go to sleep. It's just like, what's the difference between that and you getting a sleeping pill from your doctor?
One of them is taxable, I guess. They tax you. They charge you.
The sin, the sin is when you misuse it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm using it to go to sleep, then I'm just using it to go to sleep. But I don't promote anybody to do that. That's up to you. You know, I'll talk to God in the afterlife about it. I don't know.
I can't wait.
I'm just saying. Hey,
No, I do understand.
I understand what he's talking about.
I agree with you.
If you get a sleeping pill from the doctor, what's the difference? I'm curious.
Everybody got a problem with something.
Who gets sleeping pills from doctors?
A lot of people. What do you mean?
A lot of people.
What's it called? It must be.
It got names. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know them. I don't take one, but I know there's a name. There's a real famous one. I can't remember the name of it, but you know, a lot of those pills, man. All those pills you get from the doctor, half of them are drugs, synthetic drugs anyway. Heroin.
Mm-hmm.
You get OxyContin. You get all the ones that are pain relievers are all heroin. They're not even faking about it no more. Nope. That's exactly what it is. When you get in there, they give you morphine and what's the other big one that everybody dying from now?
Ketamine? No.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl. I knew it was a
fentanyl. You go to the doctors, they give you fentanyl. Mm-hmm. That ain't nothing but heroin.
How you know
nothing but it? What do you mean? How do I know it? It's right there. You can go to any doctor and know that. That's what people go to get.
I said, how you? I don't know nothing
hey,
about
I don't take them. When they give me, they say oxy or anything with codeine or all those oxy, what you call it? You know, all that stuff is nothing but they made it drugs. That's it.
Yes.
It's the same drugs, but they made it.
Yep. And profiting on it.
Yep.
And we just taking it because it's legal.
I mean, you can Google that. That ain't nothing. You Google. I mean, I watched a whole documentary about how OxyContin was just given to people back in the day, and all of them were addicted to heroin after that. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Morphine and fentanyl is the one now that's killing everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's legal if a doctor give it to you. Mm-hmm. And they will give it to you too. That's why, you know, whenever I'm in the doctor, I ask them what they about to give me, and I don't want none of that. I took Oxy one time, probably 15 years ago. Man, I tell you what, after that, I told her I'd never take that again. Never. I was so high that people would talk to me and I wouldn't hear them for 2 minutes later. Like I could see their mouth moving, but I heard no words. And then later they'll walk away, and then later I would hear their voice and they're gone.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how much it slowed me down. I don't mess with none of them drugs, man. Wow. Them drugs are crazy. Crazy.
I'm gonna keep it PG right now, but wow.
You'll keep it PG. Oh man. Hey, so in closing, Rodney.
Yes, sir.
Look,
closing?
Which one? Yeah, no. I'm talking about the topic.
No, he'd be shortening it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot we on a schedule now. My bad.
Yeah. Which one is more where you find people more fearing God or trusting God?
Fearing God. No, what do you mean? No, hold on, no. Do I find more people
like more people fearing God or trusting God?
I don't think more people fear. Well, we got a different definition of fearing God, because I think your definition was something else than what I'm saying. When I think of fearing God, means that I am more afraid of God, what God's wrath is what he's going to do, because I don't listen to him than other people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe nobody they fear everything else but God. You know what I'm saying? Like people are afraid of more afraid of other things than God, and that's what's wrong with this world. That's why people commit sins. That's why they do these things, because they're not afraid of God. They're afraid. A lot of times they're not even afraid of that. A lot of times they're not afraid of jail, so they don't care no more. They're not afraid of consequences, so they don't care no more. But you know, if you really know, if you get to know God and this, that, and the other, I am now me myself. I think about I know that my actions here, I will have to face judgment in the afterlife. So therefore, I definitely feel that I definitely feel that I fear God for that reason, opposed to somebody fearing, like, I'm not worried about him punishing me more. I'm not more worried about him punishing me here on earth. I'm more worried about punishing me when I get to that judgment table and he says, I told you to do this, or you knew that this was not of me. Why'd you do it? And I have to answer that question. Nope.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
I think I said that, but I don't know. I
Let,
don't know what's going on. What
let
happened?
see.
What I missed?
Oh,
What about you?
mm. Okay. Ask the question one more time.
You think people in this time that we living in, they are more fearful than God, or they trusting in God? Believers, non-believers, do they trust God? Do they really trust God, or they just
Well,
fear?
non-believers don't trust God or don't fear God.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's hard to answer it with that question you're basically saying. But I think that people, I'm going to say people, believers, non-believers, do not know how to connect to truth. And we think of it as outside of us. And so we're kind of stuck in, being lost, and we make bad decisions. And a lot of people make more and more bad decisions. But I will say this time in life, we are all going through a major change. And most people, if they think about their life, they know they're going through a major change, and it's a shift in the atmosphere. And the shift has a lot to do with religion. It has a lot to do with what we call spiritual. It has everything to do with that. And so people are going to revere God differently. I believe. I believe that we are going to be opened up in our mind, in our hearts, in our perception to have better understanding. Because, and I say this all the time, I always say advancements in technology and the truth is being revealed. Lies and deceptions have been in our world for many years, and that time is breaking. In the time of breaking, many people see it, and we all acknowledge it. And now we're going to have truth, and people are going to see truth for themselves. So that truth for themselves will be able to put them higher in a connection with God, to trust God and not fear anymore, because we came from fear. How our Bible was interpreted was all about fear. We were fearful of what God said in the Bible, because in the days of, Old Testament, it was about fear. But Jesus came for another message. And so we need to know about Jesus's message, the real Jesus's message, not Paul's message, but Jesus's message. And I'm going to say that over again. Not Paul's message, but Jesus's message. Paul is not Jesus, y'all. So pay attention to what Jesus said. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with Paul. I love Paul too. Paul is respected by me, but Paul needs to be seen for Paul, not Jesus, and pay attention to his walk. But because I have conversations with people and they love to talk about Paul. I know.
Why?
Because Paul wrote a lot of the New Testament. And his who, I don't know what he was. Luke also. And Luke was not an apostle. So if you pay attention to how many books are in the New Testament that were written by Paul, they were a lot. And we are on Paul's church. We've been on Paul's church for all these many years.
That must be people you talking to. They don't talk about no Paul to me.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is Paul had
I hear you. I'm saying,
Paul had a message, and his words, we always repeat a lot about his words. Okay, that's my point. But yeah, trusting is something that's, it's going to take time for each and every one of us. We have to learn to go through our own battles. We need to go through our own journey and learn how to trust the intuition. And I say the intuition as the feminine side. We are living in the masculine when we look at the outside. That's the masculine. Thank you, Desmond. I miss you. Thank you. So we're going to start seeing a change in the world, and where we accept people as they are and not judge them.
Accept them for where they are.
Yeah, I truly believe that. I have to say what I believe, okay? Because I believe God is going to show himself.
And when he showed himself,
he's going to show the feminine,
and there is
that
going
has
to be
been
a lot
rejected.
of rift.
No,
there's going to be a lot of rift.
I won't say whatever it's going to be. I'm not going to say what it's going to
be. Hold on, wait a minute. He's going to tell people, "Depart from me, I know you not."
Who are you quoting? An Old Testament God? Because that is not what you should think of. You should not think
I said
of.
He's going to say
no, because that is what your God in your mind. Yes, think of it like this. I'm gonna tell you something. I always tell people this. When you read and interpret the Bible, that's your perception. Well, let me just say this. Let me say this, okay?
Yeah,
I say it to everybody. It's not just you. Don't get offended by it.
I'm not.
It's not just you. I say it to everybody. But remember, the Bible are stories for us, parables. They are analogies. They are things for us to take the concepts of the story and understand the truth of it. We are not to be caught up in everything about the Bible and how it was orchestrated and all those things, but we do. So my point is, when I hear people interpret the Bible, that is your story. Just like I can say my story when it comes to the Adam and Eve and my perception of it. And what I convey of my perception of the story is my story, right? Just like you have your story. So every time you come at me with what is a Old Testament, time out. What's that mean?
No, go ahead. I'm just gonna hold this out.
I'm putting your shield up. Is that you put your shield up? You're
go ahead. Go ahead.
Right now.
No, stop doing that. That's weird, dog.
It is weird. I was like, what is he doing?
Well, you finished. Go ahead.
No, you can distract me. It's all gone now. I'm like, what are you doing?
When things are in alignment, no matter how you interpret it, it's one accord. It's one accord. So when you read there are different pastors. There are different real pastors. You got false pastors. You got false prophets. You got real prophets. And so at the end of the day, when they purvey the word, is going to align the same way. It's going to mean you can have the same message and put it in different wording, but it has the same meaning. It has the same purpose. It represents the same purpose. It's not going to change. You say it in a different way, but it still has to be in the same alignment. And that's why it says it's so many. You talk about scriptures, evenly yoked, like-minded. So you're going to see a message the same differently than me, but guess what? Somebody that's like-minded going to understand it, because guess what? They can interpret it in the way that you have presented it. Say that they can understand it. Some people won't be able to understand it because they can't comprehend that, because you got to remember, spiritual is spiritual. It's no different. So you can't take natural and spiritual and combine the two. So when you want an alignment with, when you're talking spiritual, guess what? When you say something, guess what? If I don't understand it, guess what? Most likely, and we supposed to be walking the same path, serving the same God, then it's not the alignment of God, no matter what.
What I'm trying to tell you is, that is where we came from. We are about to go into where everybody understands, and God will show himself to everybody. That is what we are walking in. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. Are you listening? Because I know you like to read and not really pay attention. Did you hear what I said?
I got this on my
Roddy,
hand.
did you understand what I just said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because that is what we're walking into. We are walking into what Jesus said will be the new world, when he comes on earth. How about that? If you know the Bible, then you know that he's coming back. We all believe that. But it's not like a literal thing. It is a metaphorical way of saying God's spirit will come on his people, all his people. And those who are supposed to hear will hear. And those who are not will not hear because they are not here. Do you understand that? Like we are what I'm trying to say, my last thing, I'm going to say, this is it. We are transitioning. We are shedding our old and going into the new. We are all going to see the world change, and we're going to see it through our own lives all together. We have a path. So when you keep talking about what God said he's not going to, hear us, that's not what it is no more. God forgives. Okay. God forgives all day long. Now, he does.
T. Mm-hmm. Now, just what you just said, because I want you to understand this, no matter how we may feel, but guess what? The shepherd, the sheep know the shepherd's voice. God is the shepherd. And guess what? If you are not in alignment with God, you're not going to hear God's voice. You cannot hear him. You can't see him. You can't feel him. You're disconnected. And so the ones that's disconnected is not going to be able to hear God. They're not. They're going to be in the place where they're supposed to be. And so when you disconnected from God, you cannot hear God.
Okay.
And that's what I mean by when God says, turn away from me, I know you're not. Because guess what? You are disconnected. So there are a lot of people in the world that's disconnected. But they choose to be disconnected.
I agree. And I think that there's going to be a lot of people in the world that will begin to be connected. That's what I'm saying. I believe that they're going to be. I believe because what the word says, what we believe in the Bible, I believe. And if you see what's happening in our world, things are dying and things are being reborn. There's a new birth in life. That's all it is. But those that don't want to be a part of it, they're going to.
But you say you say you're not in social media world like that, right? But so you don't see a lot of things that go on in the world.
That's not true.
No,
because I'm not in social media does not mean that I'm not. I'm in social media, but you think I'm not in it like I'm, heavy.
Have you seen Muslims convert into Christianity?
Yes.
Have you seen Jewish?
I've heard.
You didn't see them, right?
No, I've heard it through word of mouth.
So look, they are beginning to realize that, hold on, there's something that's missing. I've been serving God all this time, but I did not accept the Son. And so now there are Jews that are accepting Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior. And guess what? There are Muslims that are doing the same thing, accepting and realizing Jesus Christ is the Son of God. And so there you go. Like that's just, saying some of your story is true. Is that there's going to be a change, and those people who deny Christ is going to come to Christ. They're going to realize that, wait a minute, I've been doing this all my life and not realizing and accepting Jesus Christ in my life and not know he the Savior. Change is going to happen. It's going to happen. And so that's part of what's going on in the world too, all over the world, not just in America, all over. And that's part of it. That is part of it. And then some people going to lose their way because they lost their trust in God.
All right. So I kind of agree with both of y'all and disagree with both of y'all on some things. One is that I'm a firm believer that interpretation of the Bible and having that discussion is minutia. The Bible, the minutia, it's something that happens that distracts people. Because us to sit here and really, your interpretation, my interpretation really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The thing that matters is the Bible is a tool to connect you closer to God. If you don't have a relationship with him, then the Bible doesn't matter. If you don't have a relationship with him, then your church doesn't matter. Your pastor doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. These are all things to you that should be used. And we as Christians, Muslims, whoever, we spend too much time arguing about that than to have the real discussion, which is your relationship with God. Because there's people, I believe, there's people that have come to God and follow God have never read the Bible. There's people that have a relationship with God that have come to God, have never stepped foot in the church. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these things are tools. You know, if you're missing one of them, that still does not mean that you don't have a relationship with God. When you have a relationship with God, then that makes you want to seek these things. That makes you want to go and read the Bible, get a better understanding, get a better, then you want to also fellowship with other believers. So you go to church. You know what I'm saying? But we always get into these arguments about New Testament, Old Testament. You know what? Read the Bible, get your interpretation, and go to God. You know what I'm saying? Go to God. He will clear that up for you. And my interpretation may be what I need opposed to what Lady T needs. I might read this passage. I might go to God. I read this passage, and I get this meaning from it because maybe that's what God wanted me to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? And just because Lady T doesn't agree with me on that passage doesn't make her any less or any more of a Christian. You know what I'm saying? And we spend too much time. No, you got to believe in what I believe. You know what? I don't. I don't. The only thing I got to believe in is my relationship with God. Because nothing you can tell me is going to enter me into heaven. You can't give me free passage. You can't give me a golden ticket. You can't give me a card. None of these people can. The Bible doesn't give you a card. I can memorize the Bible and it still doesn't give you a golden ticket. I can go to church every Sunday. No golden ticket. I can have the best pastor in the world. Guess what? No golden ticket. If you don't have that relationship with God and Jesus Christ himself and have that relationship, you want to know why Muslims are moving? Because they still had a relationship with God and they're starting to learn, like, hold on, God is putting it in their heart. God puts it in all our hearts. We see it when we're doing something wrong, going down the move, he puts it in our heart. So you don't think that the same thing, that just because I read the Quran, that I can't get to know God, and then God tells me, well, hold on, you might want to read this over here. You know what I'm saying? You might want to understand that these things are going on over here. You might want to learn some lesson. The lesson you need to know is not in this book, it's in this one. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we spend too much time trying to prove who's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who's right? I don't care if you read the Quran. I don't care if you read the Bible. I don't care if you read whatever. If you have a relationship with God, it will show. It will show no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It will be there. It will be when I see you and have this conversation. I've had conversations with guys who are devout Muslims. And guess what? Their belief is still the same as mine. Live every day to be greater than the day was before. Do unto others as you will have them do unto you. You know what I'm saying? These guys are all great. These guys are all great fathers, men of whoever they call, Allah, whatever the case may be. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a relationship with that God, and even Lady T used it earlier, that deity. You know what I'm saying? I feel that all these things were created to separate us. All these things are put in our face to separate us. We're arguing over the Quran and the Bible or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? If you don't have the relationship with God, it don't matter what you're reading. It don't matter. So why sit here and argue for 15 minutes over a Bible verse? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, go to God for it. That's all I tell people. When people come to me and they go, hey, well, you know, what is this? Somebody turned to me and said, oh, what about turn the other cheek? Hey, look, man. If you feel that somebody can come to you and slap the mess out of you, and you want to turn the other cheek because that's what you interpret that to mean, then good job for you. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't going to sit there and let somebody else slap me again. And if I'm doing wrong, guess what? Me and God have had that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Me and God have had that conversation. So if you want to argue over turn the other cheek, that's up to you, bro. You know
You
what I'm
want to
saying?
turn the other cheek?
No. I will tell you right now. I will wait 1 second, and if God don't tell me to knock him out, then I'm knocking him out. and we'll have that conversation after that. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
If somebody come in your house and tell you that they're getting ready to take your wife, you going to turn the other cheek?
Nah, they're not going to do that, sir.
I'm just saying. I'm saying
I got it. Wait.
You.
Hey,
Nah,
they got. I got. Look, I got it. I got trust in God. God said He'll make a way to escape. So I said, Lord, listen, I've been doing anything.
You'll move out the way and be like, I hope my wife have a good prayer. Like, what you gonna do?
Nah, he said he gonna make a way to escape. So I gotta trust him. I'll trust him. But that ain't gonna happen though.
Hold on, what? Hold on. No, time out. Time out.
What?
Time out. No.
No more details.
No. Nah. Some man come in your house and say he's going to take your wife. You going to tell me that you going to say I'm gonna trust God to make a way to escape? That's what you're going to tell me. You're going to come.
Am I going to respond to that individual? See, you looking at it. Look, we talking spiritual. We're not talking about natural. I'm talking about at the moment.
Ain't nothing spiritual about somebody taking your wife. Ain't no spirit in that, bro. What are you talking about,
Rodney? I'm not talking about saying it out loud. I'm saying, Lord, I'm saying it to you. We having a conversation. I'm being honest with you. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what to do. What should I do? Like, do I lay this dude out? You say you'll make a way. See, I'm saying this to you. That's what my first reaction would be. Like, Lord, you say you make what I'm supposed to do.
Just like you said, you would take a pause, Rodney. Didn't you say you would take a pause?
Oh no, if a person slapped me. If a person
yeah.
But I'm not pausing. You coming for my wife? There's no pause.
But Rodney,
I understand your point, Rodney. You come in my house, I'm gonna beat your ass. Okay.
Nah, it's one thing if you know.
I'm saying,
I might pause, but I'm still gonna tell you I'm knocking you out, son.
You come into a house that's not, open door. That's totally different.
And you walk in my house and tell me you're gonna do something to my wife. You better believe there'll be no pause. There'll be no scripture you can give me.
Yeah,
there'll be no scripture. There'll be no. I don't care if you bring my pastor with you.
You an intruder.
You know what I'm saying? You are not. You catching everything I got. You might not make it out of here alive. And guess what? I'm going to be okay in heaven telling God, you know what? I made it decision, Lord, at that time. I hope you forgive me. I hope that is what you call it. I hope I was doing that in you, but I don't see no reason that I shouldn't have. And I don't believe that. I don't know what God you pray for or pray with or this, that, and the other, but the God that I do ain't going to tell me to let somebody do something to my wife. Ain't going to tell me that. Not once. Not some sinner coming here and going to sin with no, sir. Nah, it ain't happening.
There's a story in the Bible like that. A concubine type woman. There was it was a Levite. One of the tribes of Israel did that with a woman, and they wanted to have him. You remember that story?
God told Moses to kill the 3,000 that built that idol that were not of his people. Because everybody who left Egypt were not all Levites or whatever it was. We're not all Jews or whatever the case may be. Other people left too. And those people built an altar. Those were the people that built an altar, and then everybody started praying. But then he came down. He said, those who do not repent, kill them all.
Oh, I can remember that story. I'm gonna have to look into that.
And Moses when it came down from the 10 Commandments, they was worshiping
that
the
part about it. They
was worshiping and God said to them, if they do not repent, kill them all.
Yeah,
and he ordered the Levites to kill 3,000 that didn't repent.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Testament. That's Old
Yeah.
Testament. I don't know if
I'm
you want to
glad
say
you
that
brought that
either,
up
but yeah.
because that was God. That's the God that we know of is kill, steal, and destroy because he told people in the Old Testament, take the land. Go in there and take the land. Go in there and kill them. That's God at that time.
Judges, he took 300 people and killed 120,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, not letting them come in here and take mine. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So and guess what? And I'm okay with having that conversation with God.
Right.
I'm okay with it. I don't care if Chef Dennis don't agree with me.
But God's going to forgive,
you know?
because God is a forgiving God, and we need to remember that. God is a forgiving God. But we think that he's going to say, oh, no, you going to hell. Goodbye. Good night.
But that's what people do is they take, then somebody be like, well, thou shalt not kill. Hey, man, let me tell you something. There was a lot of people dying in the Bible, a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot. And so therefore, New Testament, Old Testament, whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying that I'm going to go out and murder somebody maliciously, but if I got to protect myself and my household and my wife and my kids, then yeah, I'm okay with it.
Well, Jeff, it was great. You seem like
Dennis wasn't ready for this conversation, right?
I'm letting you talk. I'm not. There's nothing to say.
No, we understand.
Yes.
Mercy and grace, is a beautiful thing. It really is. And you are all about mercy and grace. And sometimes vengeance, says the Lord. And that is an attitude too that we have to accept in people. Okay.
And
I'm gonna cut you.
And look, I'm gonna leave you with this. And see. Someone said, a wise man said this. Why would you allow somebody to take everything that you work hard for when they got nothing to lose, but you have everything to gain? Why would you let somebody do that?
Huh?
Yeah.
Say that again, because I didn't understand it.
Say it one more time.
Why would you allow somebody to come in and take something you work hard for when they have nothing to gain, but you have everything to gain?
Nah, you're saying it wrong.
Saying it wrong.
Yeah.
You
have everything. They have everything to gain. You have nothing to lose.
They have nothing.
I don't know what you're not saying it. Whatever you're trying to say, you're not saying it correct.
Because if they have nothing to lose and
they're coming to destroy everything that you have, you work too hard for. They have nothing to lose. Why would you allow somebody that has nothing to lose come and mess up everything that you worked hard for?
So vengeance is whose? It will be
not yours, God.
No, so God. That's the thing. When a person comes in and they have nothing to lose, do you fight or do you stand there and let the other cheek turn? I'm going to turn the other cheek, and they just take what you have. And they take what you have. Did you hear what I said? They have nothing to lose. They coming at you with vengeance, like they hate you. They want to take your life. I'm going to kill you. Okay? And you, what are you going to do? Are you going to fight or are you going to turn the other cheek? And turn the other cheek and get punched in the face. Get punched in the face. Keep getting punched in that face. What you going to do? There's a battle that we all have to go through. And sometimes it comes with anger. It comes with righteous anger. And righteous anger sometimes will punch you in the face. All right? Hey.
Okay. All right, then.
I believe in Christ.
I don't believe Chef Dennis.
Me neither. But
if somebody came in there and was trying to assault his family, he ain't going to sit there and take a moment to pray.
But he want to talk like, he does want to do good. So I understand your heart. So it's beautiful. But I'm going to speak for you, okay?
You ain't going to take no minute to pray.
Not even a second.
Not even a second. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That'll just be a conversation me and God have to have afterwards.
Okay.
I know my God ain't gonna tell me. I don't know what God you worship, but I know my God ain't gonna tell me to let somebody come and do anything to my family. Just to just sit back and allow it to happen. I don't that ain't it.
Oh, okay, Desmond. Look at you showing up, Desmond.
Read
He
it.
got it. He said Revelation 21:8 describes the fate of those who are cowardly, unbelieving, immoral, and who practice evil deeds, stating that they will be thrown into the lake of fire and sulfur, which is the second death. But all that for those who are cowardly, unbelieving, immoral, or who practice evil deeds. Thank you, Desmond. Look at you.
And and guess what? I'm gonna help him get there. I'm gonna help him get there.
You gonna help him get there?
Yeah, in my eyes, that's God's work.
Man, man.
I'm gonna help him get there. God, how do you know that God didn't sanction me to be the person to help them get there? You know what I'm saying? To help them get there. That's in the afterlife.
Hey, Rodney,
I'm gonna express their ticket for them.
And
that's
look,
all.
That's why walking in righteousness and walking in holiness, there's certain things you're not gonna come. It's not gonna come against you, because we all gonna have struggles. We all gonna have struggles, but there are certain things in this life that, as a believer, as a man or a woman walking in righteousness and holiness, there's certain things that's not gonna come against you. Period.
No,
period.
I agree with
you. That's a fact.
I'm not.
That's not my opinion. That's a fact. There are things that because there.
I
No. I was just going. I was set back, and now to set back now. All right, I hold up.
My bad. I apologize. Go ahead.
And look, but there's certain things that we always talk about journey. There's certain things in my journey, Lady T, you, Rodney, you never gonna endure. You're never gonna go through, because that's not what God has for you in your life. Those are not the obstacles that's in your path, that were placed in your path. That when you walk in the straight and narrow, there are obstacles in that path that's just made out for Rodney, made out for me, made out for Lady T. It's just how it is. That's how life is. Because guess what? There are certain things that we encounter because of our choice making. And because we make sometimes we make bad choices, sometimes these are the things that we have to go through. And guess what? And God will bring us through that. And so at the end of the day, that's why we got to be mindful of our choice making. We got to be on the lookout of being wise and making better decisions.
And if that happens, I'm going to make it through it. I'm going to be the one that is going to make it through it. It's the other person that ain't going to make it through.
Nah, but we don't see. I don't say stuff like that because I don't speak it into existence. Not saying it's gonna happen, but the power of the tongue is powerful. That's real talk.
I agree with you.
That's real talk. People say things and then they be wondering why. And I don't do that. I was getting ready to say something. See, I just don't talk like that. You know what I mean? That's not my character. So.
Well, I think you should cuss a little bit. Learn to cuss a little bit.
Never.
Let me say this. Let's just hear me out. Hear me out.
No, you ain't gonna tell me nothing about that. Don't even fix your lips and say.
You don't want me to say
Lady T is funny.
Yeah, she funny. Don't even fix your lips to say that. I can get mad and I don't have to use that language. Period.
I mean, just want a couple words every now and then won't hurt you. You gotta take it out,
I believe I can communicate better without cursing.
I do too.
And I curse a lot.
I do too. But I do.
I think about that all the time.
But look at it like this: if you know that is life, we all have cursings and we have blessings. You might have to let a little bit of your curses come out of you because they just need to get out that body. I mean, hey, because we got body issues all the time, and we got to get our toxins out of our bodies.
But watch this. What you just said, that comes from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
This, right? Where do it come from? It does not come from God.
It comes from me knowing that, just like Jesus said, He is the morning star The Satan is morning star. Jesus knows there is a negative and a positive. There's a right and a wrong. There's going to always be that. And guess what? I don't think that Jesus was so perfect that he didn't cuss. I think he cussed. Okay, that's my interpretation.
I'm done. Yeah, that's my cue, yo. That's my cue.
Oh man, lady, you hilarious.
I
Yeah,
know, yo.
I had to be. This was today. I'm feeling it.
All right, that was all right. I'm not even gonna get on that one. I'm gonna let that one go.
You gonna let it go? Yeah.
Yeah,
You gonna turn the other
yeah.
cheek?
Argue it up
I'm
all day
turning the other
long.
cheek on that one. Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that one. Yeah, okay.
Oh man.
Okay, if that's your interpretation, that's your interpretation.
Hey, I don't know, but Jesus has a light heart, and so we cool, and I feel good about having conversation with him, even when I cuss. So,
Well, listen, guys, we're gonna get up out of here. I want you guys to enjoy your Thanksgiving. I will see you guys next week. Is it next week, Thursday?
yeah, next week.
Yeah, there's no show tomorrow, Ronnie. I got too much
thank
cooking
you,
to do. Yeah.
You got too much cooking rice?
No, I'm cooking other stuff too. That's
my bad.
The rice is for a family. They want me to do the Spanish rice for them.
Oh,
yeah.
Good job, chef. I appreciate you. What you making for me, man?
Man, listen, I'm gonna be down that way. So I hopefully y'all could come, man. But not late. I don't know, late too. I hope she could come too. My son, when he graduate, we're gonna do some big thing down there at the school. I'm gonna cook and everything. We're gonna stay down there for like a week.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
How far is Roanoke from y'all?
Roanoke's a while.
Virginia?
No, 3 or 4 hours.
No, it's 3. It's 3. It's 3.5.
That would be 3 or 4.
Huh?
That would be 3 or 4 hours, like I said.
No, I said
3.5 is actually right there.
Yeah, 3.5 is right there. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Look,
3 or 4 hours.
No, he not in Roanoke. Roanoke is probably where we be staying at. That's like 40 minutes away from his school. His school really don't have no hotels close there, so I'm just thinking I would get an Airbnb or something, but we're gonna be down there. I would love for y'all to come because I'm gonna be dipping and dabbing.
And when is this?
This in May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some time. Yeah.
I've been wanting to go.
And it's gonna be real exciting. I met some nice people down there. So yep. Time to roll. All right. See you guys next week. Listen, be blessed. Enjoy your holidays. Love you guys. Peace.